Welcome back. Joining me now is Evan McMullin, independent candidate for president. McMullin is on the ballot in only 11 states. But he has a chance to do something no independent candidate has done since George Wallace in 1968, which means electoral votes. McMullin has a real shot in Utah, where a recent Utah Policy Dan Jones poll has him within 1 point of Donald Trump in a very close three-way race there. You see Hillary Clinton sitting at 25%. And in a close presidential election, 6 electoral votes could matter. Just think about 2000. Evan McMullin, welcome to Meet the Press, sir.
Great to be with you, Chuck.
So you have a shot at winning 6 electoral votes. You don't have a shot at winning 270 electoral votes. Are you comfortable swinging the election, say, one way or the other between Trump and Clinton, even though your voters can't elect you?
Well, I would say from the get-go, we knew we wouldn't be able to reach 270 votes in just a 3-month presidential campaign, which clearly isn't ideal. But the reality is that both of these candidates are so deeply corrupt and so deeply unfit for the presidency that someone had to step in and try to block them both if the race was close. That's what our goal is. We're on the ballot, as you mentioned, in 11 states. We're registered as a write-in in a number of others, bringing the total number of states that we have ballot access to 43. The vast majority of Republicans or Democrats or independents will be able to vote for us on November 8th. So our goal is to block them both if we can. Obviously, that's more possible if the race is very close.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not close. Right now, Hillary Clinton is dominating Trump in most projections in the Electoral College result.
Well, let me ask you, so what happens if you do block them? And let's say this race closes and it's 266, nobody gets any more than 266, and your 6 matter, and it's thrown to the House? Is that what you want to say?
Well, that's what would happen, and so the top 3 finishers in the Electoral College would go to the House, and each state would get a vote, and I'm confident that we would be able to compete quite well there, actually.
You want to remake the Republican Party. You've said this, that November 8th is the election. How would you remake? Is it the Republican Party you want to remake, or a new party?
Yeah, I would clarify that. I'm not sure I want to remake the Republican. A new conservative movement in this country that rededicates itself to the cause of liberty and to equality, the truth that all men and women are created equal. That's what this country needs. That's the kind of leadership it needs. The Republican Party has drifted away both from the cause of individual liberty and equality, and so we need something new. Now,
what does that mean? I mean, if it's not the Republican Party, what is that? And do you think that you're just too far out of step with the base?
Well, the point is that what we're building, this new movement, will, I think, be able to play a role in reforming the Republican Party if that's possible. Now, I and my running mate, we're very skeptical that that can be done. And if it can't be done, then conservatives like us will need a new political party. That's true.
And your concerns with Donald Trump, are they rooted in what he has said about Muslims, about Hispanic Americans, and his role with women? Are they rooted on the social side, on discrimination, or the fiscal side, or both?
My goodness, I mean, where do I start? On the fiscal side, sure, he wants to expand the size of government. He wants to lower taxes, which is great. But he also wants to increase spending. So that's a problem. This is a man who has unhealthy relationships and admiration for dictators overseas. I believe that he has some of the same ideas about leadership or domination that they do. I think he's dishonest with the American people. Where are his tax returns? We don't know much about Donald Trump.
Well, okay. Mr. Trump is an imperfect candidate. Okay.
Imperfect. You're kind.
How's that?
You're so kind.
But you said both candidates are corrupt.
Absolutely.
Why do you call Mr. Trump corrupt? You may not agree with him. He may have made ill-advised statements and so forth, I agree. But corruption? I don't see the corruption angle.
Well, I certainly do. Look, this is a man who has manipulated our system and used our system for his own personal gain. I view that as corruption. I view his unethical approach to politics in this country.
But he had broken laws on this.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't said that he broke laws.
Well, that's what corrupt essentially means.
Not necessarily. I think he's unethical. I think he's somebody who would exploit our system. The Constitution. I think he's somebody who doesn't respect the separation of powers. This is somebody who would be very dangerous to our country. Now, I think Hillary Clinton would be too, and that's why we're trying to block them both.
That's the question I want to ask you. Well, first, what's your website? I'll give you a softball.
EvanMcMullin.com.
All right. So I think it's an awful choice as an anti-Trump Republican between the malevolence of Trump and the distrustworthiness of Clinton. But the practical effect, if you carry Utah, and I think you might, will be to give her a big electoral advantage. Are you okay with that lesser evil winning?
Look, I think
that means stopping Trump.
Everybody wants us to think about this election in terms of this binary choice between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Look, if we keep...
But that's the choice we have.
Well, no, if we keep casting our votes for leaders like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump because we only accept that those are the only two real options, as many would say, then we're going to keep getting more Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. We need to finally take a stand in this country. Voters are sick and tired of the options they're being given by the two major parties. Both Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump personify the leadership crisis that we're having in this country. We're standing up. We're building something new, and this new movement is what we need.
So future to make a statement, although the raw politics of it are, it probably helps.
If the race is close, we can block them both, and if no one was doing that, we wouldn't have this chance.
All right.
Is
Evan McMullin,
Mitt Romney giving you any money? Has Mitt Romney financed you at all?
No, he has not.
Okay, sorry, just wanted to ask.
Fair enough.
I know that would be very convenient, but that's not true. We would welcome it. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Evan McMullin, it was a pleasure to have you on. Thanks for coming out here. Be safe on the campaign trail.
Thanks a lot.
You got it. We'll be back in 45 seconds.